We heard from Hrag Vartanian, who's the editor of Hyperallergic, which is an online art publication, who says the timing of Ai's release might be meant to benefit the Chinese government.
There's been a suggestion that the reason that he was released now is because the Chinese premier will be traveling to Europe, and he definitely wants to downplay any criticism and the topic itself during that trip. The thing about Ai Weiwei that makes him really unique is that he has an international platform. Unlike a lot of Chinese artists, he is bilingual, he tweets, he has a very active presence on Twitter, and in some ways it's really unheard of, the amount of outreach he has. So that's something that the Chinese censors can't really deal with. And my contact said that right now there's a lot of optimism about the situation, but there's a lot of concern because there are still 4 people associated with the artist currently in prison, including 2 that work in his studio, one of which, Wen Tao, who is a very vocal critic of the Chinese authorities, specifically in the case of Ai Weiwei. He's still in prison. So at this point, there is still a lot of concern, a lot of questions, and people are wondering what's going to happen. And of course, we don't quite know exactly what happened to Ai Weiwei while he was in prison. And I think until we get the complete story, there's still going to be a lot of people asking a lot of big questions. I think we saw during the Beijing Olympics, the Chinese authorities used contemporary architecture in a very effective way to propel them into international, on the international stage as incredibly modern, contemporary, even progressive. Now with the contemporary art world, as they play a larger role, and as we see their Chinese auctions, Chinese art playing such a big role, it's going to be a lot of questions whether Chinese artists will fall in line, because artists by their nature, like you said, are very, they're always pushing the boundaries and they're always asking those questions some people don't want to be asked.
It's worth remembering Ai Weiwei is one of many high-profile activists who've been detained under China's all-inclusive anti-subversion laws. This is Liu Xiaobo, one of the better known after winning the Nobel Peace Prize in 2010, a human rights activist currently serving his 4th sentence in jail. Hu Jia has been doing time since 2008 after being charged with sedition a year earlier. His work has focused on democracy, the environment, and most prominently HIV/AIDS. And Chen Guangcheng is a blind civil rights activist who tried to bring attention to the treatment of people in rural areas of China. He's under house arrest at his home in Dongxigu.